Hello, my name is Bethany, and in this video I'm going to show you how to make the Puppy Love Slouchy hat. To do this, you need to have your main color. I use gray, and then if you want your hearts to have kind of an ombre like mine do, then you want 4 different shades. So mine goes red, then this darker pink, and then darker, and then the light pink on top. But if you want them all the same color, then you can just use one color to do that. So to start off, you're going to make the band, the ribbed band. And this pattern is using medium weight yarn, and I use an eye hook. And you want to make sure that you meet the gauge. Check your screen for the gauge. And so we're going to start this pattern by chaining 7. So you're going to start with the slip knot and then chain 7. So there you go. And then you're going to half double crochet into the second chain from the hook. And then you're going to half double crochet in each stitch, each chain across. So you'll have a total of 6 half double crochet stitches. Okay, then you're going to turn your work, chain 1, half double crochet into the same stitch, and then you're going to half double crochet in the back loop. There's those 2 loops on the top. You're going to half double crochet into just the back one in the next 4 stitches. And then you're going to half double crochet in the last stitch going through both loops. Okay, so turn, and then you're going to repeat that row till you have a total of 46 rows. So to go with the row, to go through it with you one more time, you're going to chain 1, half double crochet into the same stitch going through both loops. In the next 4 stitches, you're going to half double crochet in the back loop only. And then in the very last stitch, you're going to half double crochet through both loops. Now you're going to repeat that step until you have 46 total rows. And when you're done, it's going to be nice and stretchy. It should be about 15 inches long before you stretch it. So 46 total rows. So I'm going to finish mine off screen and I'll meet you back here. Okay, so I have finished my ribbed band. And you can see that it is just really, really stretchy. So when you first finish it, it will be about 15 inches long if you met the gauge. And then once you try to stretch it around your head, it's not going to snap back to 15 inches, and that's okay. But if you're going to go with the 15 inches, you want to measure it before you try to stretch it. And again, if you want to make it longer or shorter, you definitely can do that. But I'm just telling you the exact stitch counts of my project. So once you have it here, you're going to fold it in half with this loop on the top. And we're going to slip stitch the 2 ends together so that it will form a band. So pull that through and then slip stitch down, sewing it together. Okay, so, and then don't break your yarn. Just flip it like that so that the seam is on the inside. And then from here we're going to continue. So to make the body of the hat, we're going to chain 1, and you're going to work 72 stitches around the top of the band. And you can get this number by working 3 single crochets for every 2 rows. So you can see that, for instance, right here, that's 2 rows. So you're going to work one right there and right there and right there, and that will be 3 single crochets at the top. So if you work that all the way around, it should get you to about 72 by the time you get to the other end. And since it's a little bit wonky because you're not working in loops, but like I said, if you just work, so I just grab that loop right there, and then I'll work right there in that space between the 2 rows, and then whatever I can do, but it seems to me the best to work one right there, one right there, and one right there, and that will equal 3 single crochet for the two rows, and that usually gets me there to 72. So 1, 2, 3, 4, I've worked 4, so work your way around the top, and we'll join it to slip stitch when we get to the beginning again. Okay, so we're back to the beginning, and so I'm going to join with a slip stitch into that first stitch, and now we're going to add our first color. I'm adding red, and actually I'm going to back up here and I'm going to show you the way that I change colors on this hat, and even on other striped hats, to make it a little more smooth. I will finish the last stitch with the new color. So that last loop that you would have pulled up through to finish that single crochet, finish it with the red, and then join with the slip stitch with the red, and then you continue on. And it just looks a little more clean. It doesn't right now, but it will look clean when you come back around. Okay, so this round is the hearts. And so what you're going to do is you're going to chain 1, and then right down in that same stitch you're going to double crochet 4, all in that same stitch. It's going to be a little crowded. That first one's going to be a little crowded, but that's okay. Then you're going to chain 1, and then you're going to skip 5 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you're going to double crochet 4 into that 6th stitch. So there's going to be 5 skipped ones in between. And then you're going to work 4 more double crochet in that same stitch. Okay, and that's really all you need to do for the hearts. So you're just going to repeat that. You're going to chain 1, you're going to skip 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, double crochet into that 6th one. You're going to double crochet 4 into that 6th one. And then repeat that all the way around. Okay, so we have worked those shells all the way around, and you're going to end, so you're going to repeat the whole thing. So you're going to end with a chain 1, and you should have 5 stitches left unworked. So just completing what we've been doing, we're going to skip those 5, and then you're going to join with that first double crochet. And again, to make the seam kind of nice, I join with the slip stitch using the gray, because that's what the color we're going to be using the next round. And then that likes to get really loose, so just pull that tight. And then I'm going to cut my yarn because I'm going to be using a different color the next round. And then we are ready to start the next round. Okay, so the next round, you're going to start with a chain 2, and the chains count as chains because we're going to be working chains in the round. So you're going to chain 2, and then you're going to put your hook in between, not in the stitch, but in between. You're going to in between the second and third one, so it's right in the middle of the shell. And you're going to work a single crochet there, and then you're going to chain 2 again, and then you're going to work a 3 double crochet cluster. And how you work this is you're going to work So it's basically like a double crochet 3 together. So you're going to find that middle stitch. You skipped 5, so find the third one, yarn over, put your hook in and yarn over again, so you have 3 on your hook. You're going to pull it through 2, just like as if you were working a decrease. You're going to leave those on your hook and then put yarn over and go down again. Grab the yarn over and pull it through the first 2, and now you have 3 on your hook. You're going to do it one more time. You're going to yarn over, down, yarn over again, yarn over through the first 2, then we're going to finish the stitch by yarning over and pulling it through all the loops on the hook. So what this does is it kind of fills out in between the hearts, but it still gives you only 1 loop on top, so it keeps the count consistent without adding extra stitches in there. So you're going to repeat. So you're going to chain 2, single crochet in between the shell, chain 2 again, and then work another double crochet, 3 double crochet cluster. So yarn over, down into the stitch, grab a loop, yarn over, pull it through the first 2, yarn over, down again, grab the yarn over, pull through first 2 again, yarn over, grab the yarn over, pull it through the first 2, and then yarn over and pull it through all of the loops. So you can see that now they kind of look like hearts. So chain 2, single crochet into the shell in the middle, chain 2, and one more time you're going to yarn over through, and again you're working through that third one, the third skipped stitch from before, from the round before. So down, yarn over and bring it up, yarn over through the first 2, yarn over and down through the loop, yarn over through the first 2 again, yarn over, grab a loop, yarn over through the first 2, and then yarn over through all 4. So repeat that all the way around until you get to the beginning. Okay, so we're almost back to the beginning, and I just wanted to show you the last one so that you made sure that you didn't skip it. So we come back, and you want to make sure that you are working it here at the end. So chain 2, and then you're going to kind of work it. It's going to kind of cover the join. So you're going to work a 3 DC cluster right there at the end. And you're going to finish by joining right with that first chain with the DC cluster you just made. So you're going to join it right to that first chain, the first chain that you made, and then that completes the round. Okay, so the next round we're going to chain 2, and then you're going to work a double crochet in each stitch. Now I have made this pattern quite a few times, and I've noticed that it's really easy to skip a few chains, or I don't know, it's easy to get off. It's easy to get off the count. So instead to keep you from getting super frustrated, I suggest to just count your double crochets, and if you're off, so I should have said this earlier, but the chain, the heart row will actually only be 60 stitches because you're only working 1 chain in between. Excuse me, in between. The reason for this is because I like the way the heart looks. If you put 2 chains in there, it's almost like you can see the chain in between there, and I don't like that. So that makes the count smaller, and for a hat, that's okay to bring it in that small amount and then to bring it back out. So for this round you're going to have 60, but you're going to bring it back to 72 on this round. So if that is not done properly, then on this round you'll find that your stitches are off, and then when you get to your heart round again, you won't have enough stitches to make it work. So what I found was been the least frustrating has been to make it up on the double crochet round on this round, because you're only working 1 stitch in each stitch around. So count, and if you get all the way back here and you only have 70 stitches, just work 2 in that one and 2 in that one, and that brings your stitch count up to where it should be, and then you don't have to pull out your project and find where you made the mistake and realize you missed a chain, and anyway, that's just a less frustrating way of fixing that mistake that I myself have made many times. So again, for this round you're just gonna double crochet in each stitch, and I find it's easier just to grab that front loop of the chain. I really hate working through both loops of the chain. I really never do it because it's just so frustrating trying to get my hook in there. It just takes forever to kind of maneuver it in. And so I just work through the first loop, the front loop of the chain, and it makes it go a lot faster for me anyway. Even getting it through the first one is kind of annoying. Okay, so I finished. I actually was able to get 72 on the first try, so yay. But if you didn't, just make it up by working extra stitches if you need to. And let's see, so here, if you are doing different colors, again, you would finish that last stitch with the new color. So I'm just gonna grab my yarn and finish the double crochet with the new yarn, and then join with the slip stitch. Kind of pull everything snug. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to repeat what you just did. You're going to repeat the hearts row, the shells, then you're going to repeat the chaining and the cluster, and then you're going to repeat the row of double crochet. And you're going to repeat that 4 times. So you're going to have 4 rows of hearts. And that's going to bring you to row 13 because you're including the double crochet row. So complete that. Take your project, rewind the video if you need to, work it up to row 13, and I will meet you back here and we will finish the hat. Okay guys, so we have completed up to row 13. And now it's time to finish this hat. So what you're going to do is you're going to chain 2. You're going to double crochet in the same stitch. And then you're going to work a double crochet decrease. And then double crochet in the next stitch. So repeat that sequence all the way around. Double crochet decrease, double crochet in the next stitch, double crochet decrease, double crochet in the next stitch. Repeat that all the way around. All right, so we finished that round. You should have 48 stitches. And then for the next round, because we're going to kind of make it slouchy, we're going to double crochet 1 in each stitch around. And if you want, you can make yours even longer, even slouchier if you want. Okay, so we're back up to the beginning. You're going to join with the slip stitch again. And now for the last row, we're going to work double crochet decreases in every stitch all the way around. And here's where you probably want to make it, if you want to make yours more slouchy, make more rounds there. Okay, so we are back around to the beginning. Join with the slip stitch, and then you can clip your end and pull that through. And now we're going to close it. So you take a needle and take a length of thread of yarn. Thread it through your needle. And then you're going to turn your hat inside out. And then, starting anywhere, sew a running stitch. I like to go in and out every other stitch. And we're about there, so that's fine to have that space. Okay, and then you just cinch it tight, like so. You're going to take your ends and just tie your favorite knot, making sure you're pulling it nice and tight. And then you, of course, still have to do the most fun part, which is weaving in all your ends. But other than that, your hat is finished. And then you can, at this point, put on a pom-pom, and you are done. You can find the written pattern in the link in the description, and I have some matching arm warmers as well that you can find a written pattern too. And thanks so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more crochet tutorials.